Columbus, Ohio has a decent amount of things to do. If you are a thrill seeker, you won't find much. However, for a weekend with the family, you will find a decent amount. The zoo and amusement park / water park is one of them. You could also tour government buildings, and today's video topic, the Center of Science and Industry, or Cosi for short. This is a science museum, and a large one at that. But is this a good place to visit? That is here what I'm going to tell you today on Zach Goes to Crazy. Let's do this. Cosi has a nice selection of exhibits, some temporary, some permanent. The permanent ones include ocean, energy, space, and a couple of smaller ones like giant ball knocking over, dominoes, an outdoor park, and a car exhibit. I only saw a few of these, however, from what I've seen, they were very grand and immersive. The ocean one had a giant Poseidon statue and a submarine you could climb into. The space exhibit had a planetarium which shows an absolutely fascinating film about the universe, narrated by Neil deGrasse Tyson of all people, and also a small rocket thing you could climb into. Right next to that is the iconic unicycle you can ride. From what I remember about the trip I took a few years ago, it was really cool and terrifying at first, but fun by the end. Granted, I was 10 at the time, but it doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, those exhibits are the only two major ones I experienced. But if the other two are anything like that, it's awesome. The small ones were also cool. I like cars, so that was an easy one to like. All of them also had many hands-on activities, ranging from the aforementioned unicycle and rocket, to smaller ones like simulations and observing things under a microscope. So the main exhibits are nice, but what about the temporary ones? The temporary exhibits are also fairly well done. I experienced a dinosaur one, and while I was a bit bored in there, it still had some interesting things to learn about, like what dinosaurs looked like and their equivalents today. They also had some hands-on activities, and you could fly like a dinosaur would, for example. This certainly would entertain me if I was a little one. While they look at temporary, they still look cool, and some have giant models and sets. So even if I wasn't the most interested in the topic, I have a feeling most people would still enjoy them. They also had a little outdoor park. I know I already touched on this, but there were some really cool parts to it, like these two plates that if you spoke into one, it would bounce to the other and you could hear the other person. It was awesome. There are also a couple of animals sprinkled in to see throughout, like fish and reptiles. There's also a large kids play area, so if you have young ones, that is definitely a positive thing. And they also have a food court. And while the food is actually decent, I got a burger by the way, it was very expensive, and you could classify that for many parts of Cosi. While the admission is only about $30, which isn't terrible, and it gets you on that unicycle and into that planetarium as well, still a bit steep. Other parts, like the food and gift shop, are wildly overpriced, though that is to be expected. Price is the one downside to a place like this. Even with the somewhat steep pricing, do I recommend Cosi? Yes, especially for those with younger kids. There's a lot to learn here and a lot of fun to be had. Even teens and adults can learn something here, and who knows, this could fuel a passion your kid might have. So yes, I wholeheartedly recommend this place if you are in the Columbus area. With that, I thank you guys for watching this review, and I would appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel, as well as follow my Instagram at Zach Goes to Crazy. Comment if you enjoyed or hated, and hell, if you enjoyed it as well. Like if you enjoyed it as well. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.